Hello and welcome to today's video. So I thought that today I will look at the world of work in Portugal. So now you've got your residence, you've arrived in Portugal, you're not a retiree. How are you going to earn money? So I thought I'd set this video out in like a question and answer kind of session. So who can work in Portugal? Well, European citizens don't need a visa or work permit to live in Portugal. They just have to register their address with the city hall and get a tax number from finances. If you are from a non-EU country, then you have to have a visa. And cash paying under-the-counter jobs are illegal. Just be aware of that. But from what I understand, if you have a residence permit, you will be able to work. So how do you get your qualifications recognized? Well, Portugal is part of the EU, and so they have quite a strict process of professional qualification recognition. So you will have to find out from the company that's going to hire you. So how do you start a business? Actually, the process is not too difficult, but the recommendation is that you get a lawyer and an accountant to help you navigate the government websites. Because if you turn over more than 12,500 euros a year, you have to charge VAT. So what are the job opportunities for foreigners? Just know that Portugal has one of the highest unemployment rates in Europe. Finding a job might not be that easy. And if you can't speak Portuguese, it might be even more difficult. There is a growing number of international companies based in Portugal, and that's making it easier for expats now. But if you can speak, English, enjoy working with people, you could become a tour guide in like the Algarve area, especially if you can speak another language like Spanish, French, German. But that will be quite seasonal, the tour guide work. Web developers or web design is quite an in-demand job in Portugal. And I mean, you can be based in Portugal and basically work all over the world. So online gaming support is another one. Any kind of customer support, interpreters and translators, and content creators for websites, brochures, etc. There's always a lot of that kind of thing going, and if you speak another language besides English, that's a bonus. You can always become a virtual assistant and be based in Portugal. This is sort of like a digital nomad kind of job. You could always create a blog or start a YouTube channel, but just know that there's no guarantee that you're going to get paid any money or a lot of money or regular money. Getting a job in a call center is incredibly easy and requires no qualifications at all. All you need is to be able to speak English, and as I said before, another language is a bonus. But it might be long hours, and I don't know. I can't do this cold calling. Nurses and doctors and other medical professionals are highly sought after. And you can always start to teach English online. There's lots of international companies you can work for. You don't have to work for a Portuguese company. Some of them require a TOEFL qualification. Others just want you to be an English native speaker. So that's an opportunity. You can also work for a language school and do face-to-face teaching. And you can perhaps get a job at one of the international schools if you are a qualified teacher with proper teaching qualifications. But it's probably easiest to first get your residency and then get a teaching job at an international school, because if you're coming from a non-EU country, I don't think they want to be bothered to apply for your work visa. But if you have skills in construction, there's always a need for that as well. You might be able to start your own little construction company. If you're good at building fences, there's always work in the rural areas, but you're going to have to work out the taxes again for that. Another thing that you might look at doing is you could become a wait staff or a bartender, something like that. You might want to even start your own restaurant or work as a chef. So where do you find the jobs? Well, if you're living in the more rural areas, sometimes the local cameras will advertise the job. There are English newspapers that might advertise jobs. There are online job sites, especially for English second language teaching. So I would say also the easiest way to get a job is usually through word of mouth. If your friend hears of something, hopefully they'll let you know. So the big question is, how much will you get paid? So, sorry to break the news to you, but not that much. You're not going to get rich working in Portugal. The minimum salary is about 700 euros a month. The average salary is between 1,100 to 1,800 euros a month. So you're not going to get rich. Can you be self-employed? The answer is yes. There's several ways that you can be self-employed. And so if you work just by yourself, then it is known as pessoa singular. And if you employ more than one person, it's pessoa colectiva. So if you're freelancing and selling merch, then you need to actually register yourself as a sole business owner or freelancer, and you've got to register with finances before you can do any kind of trade. You could open your own little restaurant, or you could, maybe if you've got spare room, you can open a Airbnb or something like that. But I think that as long as your business turnover does not exceed 200,000 euros a year, you'll be able to pay your taxes with the simplified tax regime. I read somewhere that to start a business you need a minimum capital investment of 5,000 euros, but that sounds a little bit little, so I'm not sure how accurate that is. So the next area that I'll look at is, what is the work culture like? So this varies from industry to industry. So the startups and the more web-based kind of jobs, they have quite a fast-paced attitude, whereas the older traditional ones, they still have lots of hierarchies over there, and it's important on ranking and social status. And the dress code ranges from extremely casual to suit and tie. So how do you get a social security number? If you're an employee, the employer will get it for you. If you are self-employed, you have to get it yourself. Do you get parental leave? The answer is yes. You can get maternity and paternity leave. And so both parents are entitled to leave and benefits. And you can take either 120 days at 100% or 150 days at, I think it's 80%. And this leave is shared by both parents, but I think you have to request that it's shared. And you have to contribute to Social Security for at least 6 months before. So how much notice must you give? I mean, this might sound a bit strange to talk about this, seeing that you've only just got the job, but it depends on how long you've worked there for. And of course, if you can like, comment below, subscribe to the channel, that'll help a lot and will make this old lady very, very happy. And if you have found this video useful, you can share it with your friends on social media. That'll also help a lot. And I post videos on a Wednesday and a Sunday, and I try and keep to that schedule. But who knows? You know, something might happen, but that's what I'm trying to aim towards. So I will see you on the next video, and if you can check out the merch that I'm selling, the link is in the description below. Keep sane, keep safe, and I'll see you on my next video.